The man dropped the cash in his hand into a teacup. Only after the entire bill was thoroughly soaked did he fish it out with satisfaction. He then spread it flat. The once crisp note had now taken on the appearance of worn currency. They proceeded to toss all their bills into the tea, later hanging them on a clothesline and blow-drying each one individually. The bills in their possession were freshly printed counterfeits, and compared to new notes, aged ones attracted far less suspicion. To test the quality of this batch, the two headed straight to a shop. Jack nervously handed a bill to the busy shopkeeper. But unexpectedly, the moment the owner took the note, he paused. He rubbed it between his fingers, gave it a couple of flicks, and instantly recognized it as fake. Sensing trouble, Sonny rushed forward and yanked Jack away from the shopkeeper's grasp. Fortunately, the brothers managed to slip away amid the chaos of the crowd. They had assumed printing money would be easy, yet their counterfeits had been spotted at first glance. Sonny studied the fake bills in his hand and began to think. They had been wrong from the start. Indian banknotes are printed on a special cotton pulp paper, which feels entirely different from ordinary wood pulp paper. This paper also produces a distinctive crisp sound. Then there was the color-shifting ink. It changes hue depending on the viewing angle. Finally, there were the embedded security threads. To produce higher quality counterfeits, they would have to solve all these problems. The brothers searched everywhere, rubbing their fingers across every type of paper they could find. But even after scouring the entire city, they found no suitable substitute. Just as despair began to set in, Sonny stumbled upon a peculiar type of paper. He told Jack to feel the magazine stock. Jack admitted the texture was similar, but far too thin. Sonny then pressed two sheets together and had him try again. Jack was instantly speechless with excitement. The feel was virtually identical to genuine currency. With the paper problem solved, they turned to the second challenge, the color-shifting ink. Jack devised a solution by mixing metallic paint with ink purchased from the market. The resulting color shift effect was convincing enough to fool anyone. A coat of clear lacquer was then applied to give the notes their characteristic crispness. Next came the painstaking task of hand-drawing every fine detail on the bills. Banknotes typically employ microprinting technology, and even the highest resolution scanners produce dense moire patterns. The initial template had to be crafted by hand, but this was no obstacle for Sonny, blessed with exceptional artistic talent. He meticulously studied every detail of the original note, then carefully traced each pattern over and over. After a week of constant refinement, Sonny had perfectly replicated every intricate design on both sides of the new rupee. The next step was proportional reduction and engraving, followed by repeated polishing under a glass sphere to ensure the printed texture would appear more authentic. Sonny then coated a baking tray with a chemical agent, placed the counterfeit plate inside the oven, and rotated it while heating. Once removed, it was rapidly cooled with a cooling agent. With that, the printing plate for a 500 rupee note was complete. This time, they bleached all the paper first, then printed the front and back separately. A security thread was inserted through the front, and adhesive was applied to the back, creating the sandwich structure they needed. Finally, after their signature aging process of soaking in tea, a stack of nearly indistinguishable counterfeits was ready. The two headed to the market. This time, Sonny was the one to test the waters. He handed the fake bill to a shop owner while Jack gripped his arm tightly from behind, ready to bolt if things went wrong. As the owner took the money, Sonny's heart raced. But the next second, he found a bottle of soda in his hand. Their counterfeit had successfully passed.